Ever found yourself scanning your bank account and thinking, where did all my money go? Well, you're not alone. We've all been there wondering how we ended up with more month at the end of our money instead of the other way around. That, my friends, is where the magic of budgeting comes into play. Now don't run away just yet. I know, budgeting sounds like a word straight out of a horror movie, but trust me, it's not as scary as it seems. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Budgeting can be your financial lifeboat, especially when you're swimming in a sea of bills and expenses. It's all about gaining control over your finances, reducing stress, and working towards your financial goals. And let's bust a myth while we're at it. Budgeting isn't just for the wealthy, it's essential for everyone, regardless of income level. No matter how dire the financial situation seems, we've got some savvy strategies to get you back on track. First things first, let's play detective with your bank statements. The game is afoot, my friends, and the clues lie in your spending habits. It's time to do some serious financial sleuthing. Why, you ask? Well, your current financial situation is like having a map in the wilderness. Without it, you're just stumbling around hoping to find a path. But with it, you can chart a course to financial stability, even when the terrain is rough. Let's start by calculating your income. That's your starting point, your base camp if you will. It might be a single figure or it might be a combination of several smaller incomes. Either way, it's important to know exactly what you're working with. Next, track your expenses. And yes, that includes every single coffee run, impulse buy, and monthly subscription. It might seem tedious, but it's crucial. This is where you'll find opportunities to save. Then identify your essential expenses. These are your non-negotiables: housing, utilities, food. If it's not essential, it's up for review. You'd be surprised how much you can save when you really scrutinize your spending. Lastly, prioritize. This isn't about cutting out every little luxury, it's about making smart choices that align with your financial goals. Remember, knowing where your money goes is half the battle won. Now let's move on to winning the other half, shall we? And if you're finding this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more budgeting tips and tricks. Now that we've got the numbers, it's time for some financial gymnastics. And no, I'm not talking about doing backflips to dodge debt collectors. We're talking about stretching your dollar to do more for you and your financial well-being. First things first, let's talk about reducing expenses. It's like going on a diet, but for your wallet. Now I know what you're thinking. I've already cut back on everything, but just like that hidden stash of cookies, there are probably some corners you can still trim. Start with the big stuff. Can you downgrade your cable package or switch to a cheaper phone plan? What about carpooling or using public transportation to save on gas? Next, let's talk food. The importance of meal planning cannot be overstated. Think of meal planning as your culinary GPS, steering you away from the expensive drive-through lane and towards a more budget-friendly home-cooked route. Plus, you might just unleash your inner Gordon Ramsay in the process. Then, there's the magical world of DIY projects. From home repairs to gifts, there's a wealth of do-it-yourself options that can save you a ton of cash. You'll be amazed at what you can create with a little time and creativity. Just remember, YouTube is your friend here. Lastly, let's not shy away from negotiating bills. It feels a bit like a David versus Goliath situation, but you'd be surprised how often Goliath is willing to give David a break. Make that call, explain your situation, and ask if there's any way your bill can be reduced. The worst they can say is no, but the best could mean more money in your pocket. Remember, slashing your cash isn't about depriving yourself. It's about making smarter choices and getting the most bang for your buck. It's about being the master of your money, not its servant. And that, my friends, is a power move. Who knew saving money could be as exciting as a clearance sale? Now, on to the next step, making your money work harder for you. Stay tuned. Alright, we've talked about saving, but what about earning? Let's dive into some treasure hunting. Now, you might be thinking, I'm already working full-time, how can I possibly earn more? Just bear with me here. First off, let's talk about side hustles. This isn't about getting a second job that's going to wear you out. No, a side hustle is something you enjoy, something you're passionate about. Maybe you're a whiz at graphic design, or you make killer homemade salsa. Well, guess what? There's a market for that. Websites like Etsy, Fiverr, and Upwork are great platforms to start. Then there's freelancing. If you have a skill that's in demand, like writing, programming, or photography, you can offer your services on a project basis. It's flexible, it's profitable, and best of all, you get to be your own boss. And let's not forget about monetizing your hobbies. You love gardening? Sell your produce at a local farmer's market. Are you a fitness fanatic? Start a blog or a YouTube channel sharing your tips and tricks. You'd be surprised how many people are willing to pay for your expertise. But here's the kicker, folks. Don't just rely on one stream of income, diversify. Think of it like this: if one stream dries up, you've got others to fall back on. It's like a safety net for your wallet. Now I know what you're thinking. That's all well and good, but where do I find the time? Well, my friend, that's where the magic of time management comes in. Prioritize, organize, and remember, even an hour or two a day can make a huge difference in your budget. So go out there, put your skills to work, and start making that money magic happen. And remember, in the game of finances, multiple streams of income are your best defense. Dealing with money is not just about numbers, it's a mental game too. Now if you're thinking, great, another thing I have to juggle, hold on, don't click away. This mental game can actually be your secret weapon in winning the budgeting battle. Money matters can feel like a roller coaster ride, right? One moment you're up, the next you're down, and it's enough to leave anyone feeling a bit queasy. But it's important to remember that, like any roller coaster, it's just a ride. And this ride is something you can learn to navigate. First, let's address the mammoth in the room: financial stress. It's real, it's big, and it can be incredibly overwhelming. But here's a little secret. Stress can be a great motivator. Use it as fuel to take control of your finances. Turn that stress into determination and let it push you towards your financial goals. But how do you stay motivated, especially when the going gets tough? Start by setting small, achievable goals. Celebrate every victory, no matter how small. Paid off a debt? That's a win. Saved a few bucks on groceries? Another win. These small victories add up and keep your momentum going. Next, keep a positive mindset. Now, I'm not saying you should ignore the reality of your situation. What I mean is, don't let setbacks get you down. Instead, view them as opportunities to learn and adjust your budgeting strategy. Remember, every setback is a setup for a comeback. Managing financial stress is also key. Find healthy ways to unwind. This could be taking a walk, meditating, or even just chatting with a friend. And don't be afraid to seek support. There are numerous resources available, from financial counseling services to online communities. Finally, remind yourself why you're doing this. Whether it's to provide for your family, save for a dream vacation, or simply to have peace of mind, keeping your why at the forefront can provide a powerful motivation to keep going. Remember, you're not alone in this. Reach out, ask for help, and keep pushing forward. After all, the road to financial freedom is not a sprint, it's a marathon, and you, my friend, are in this for the long haul. So we've danced with numbers, juggled expenses, and explored treasure hunting. What's next? Well, we've journeyed through the world of budgeting together, and it's been quite an adventure, hasn't it? We've learned that budgeting isn't just about counting pennies and dimes, but about making informed choices. We've discovered that it's not about depriving ourselves of all the good things in life, but about prioritizing what truly matters to us. We've seen how we can slash expenses creatively without feeling like we're living in the dark ages. We've also delved into the exciting realm of generating additional income, proving that we're not just limited by our 9-to-5 jobs. And let's not forget the mental battle. We've recognized that budgeting when you're broke can be emotionally challenging, but it's not an impossible task. Remember, you're not alone. There's a whole community out there willing to lend a hand or share a tip or two. The key takeaway here? Budgeting is not a sprint, but a marathon. It's a continuous process of learning, adjusting, and improving. It might be tough, especially in the beginning, but trust me, the rewards are worth it. So what's next, you ask? The next step is to start. Start small, start now. Apply these tips we've shared today. Remember, every financial journey starts with that first step. So take that step and start your journey towards financial freedom today. Before we end, if you found this video helpful and want to keep learning, make sure to hit that button and subscribe to our channel. We are continuously putting out more content to help you on your journey towards financial freedom. So, don't forget to turn on notifications to never miss a new video. So until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and may your journey towards financial freedom be a successful one.